Hey guys! Welcome back to Starbound. I'm Modi Operandus. Episode 1 is already up for your viewing pleasure, but we didn't really get into the backstory for my character at all. I really wanted to introduce him. So I was inspired by the game to write a little short story about our character here. Our glitch, Latchpop. So without further ado, I give you the history of Latchpop. And now, story time with Modi Operandus. Today, the history of Latchpop. Latchpop sat by his fire, mulling over the events that led up to this day. His life used to be simple. He was a squire, or noble lord, soon to become a knight himself. It had only been a couple of weeks, but now it all felt like a distant memory of some other life. As he stared into the fire, his mind wandered back to that fateful day that set everything in motion. Latchpop's eyes blipped back into consciousness. He clumsily hauls himself to his feet, but immediately falls back to the dirt path. From his prone state, he scours the horizon for the brigands that jumped him and his liege. But he sees only a couple of rabbits grazing nearby, shooting him the occasional wary glance. Latch reaches up and feels his head, and is surprised to find that it has not been caved in by the force of that brigand's hammer. Then, Latch catches sight of the tunic of Shaftclank, his liege lord. Shaftclank was slumped up against a tree. He looked less like the knight that Latchpop had come to know and respect, and more like a heap of forgotten parts left to rust in the dirt. Latch held Shaftclank as the old knight's glowing eyes slowly dimmed. Latch thought back to all the great times they had together. Latch had come to think of Shaftclank almost as a father. Latchpop's mind swirled with emotions and memories. But then something else came flooding in. Images from another world. Memories of starships and great beasts. Memories that were not his own. These images seemed so alien, but at the same time so familiar. He caught a glimpse of a small starship, filled with previously unknown technology, but encased in what looked like the castle of his liege lord. Suddenly, Latchpop was at the helm of the ship, flying through space faster than the speed of light, past an unfamiliar constellation. Latchpop's eyes sparked awake. He still sat holding what remained of Shaftclank in his arms. As he buried his liege, his mind mulled over the images he saw. He thought that the exterior of that ship looked just like the west wing of Castle Clankmere, Shaftclank's ancestral castle. Drawn by some unknown insatiable urge, the days flew past, and Latch found himself back at Castle Clankmere, searching the walls for a hidden switch. The images of ships and unknown creatures rushed faster through Latchpop's mind as his hands found the switch that he somehow always knew was there. Latch entered the decrepit room, long forgotten by his sworn liege lord's ancestors. He looked over the controls and the screens on the walls. This is the real world, Latch thought to himself. I must tell everyone. He was drawn to one particularly large button, marked Return to Orbit. Though intrigued, Latchpop hesitated. This world was the only one he ever knew. The only one, up until a few days ago, he thought existed. He then recalled tales of other glitch, who would ramble on about advanced technologies and other planets. They were branded as witches and madmen. Latchpop knew his only choice was to run. He closed his eyes and carefully pushed the button.